It's 2003. There is a 15-year-old African-American girl named Sophia Werner. She is waiting at the bus stop at 3 in the morning on a Sunday with a few of her friends. While they are waiting, two men in a white van pull up next to them and proposition them. When the girls say no, the men persist, so they finally decide to out themselves, saying, "We're lesbians, we're not interested," hoping the men would understand and just leave. But they're infuriated from this response. One takes out a knife and stabs Sophia in the chest, and then they both leave. Sophia died later that day. It's 2008. Larry King is in 8th grade. He is known for pushing norms when it comes to clothing and makeup normally meant for girls. He is comfortable in his own skin and not afraid to show it. But one day, a classmate brings a gun to school, shoots Larry in the back of the head 2 times during tech class in front of 26 other classmates and a teacher. And Larry King dies in the hospital 2 days later on Valentine's Day. It's 2014. Lila Alcorn's parents refused to accept her after she came out to them as transgender at the age of 14. After years of struggling with them, going to conversion therapists and hiding who she was, she had finally given up. At 4 in the morning, she threw herself out in front of traffic, got hit by a truck trailer, and died. And her parents can't stop talking about what a wonderful son he was. But imagine if these kids were cisgender or straight. Imagine if they didn't have to die because of who they were. Imagine if they were killed by some freak accident. Would that have changed how people reacted? LGBTQ+ people in America are no strangers to hate crimes or suicides. These youth seem to be immediately subjected to hate if they try to come out. Studies by Glisson show that 90% of these kids experience harassment at least once during the previous school year due to gender identification and sexual orientation. We always talk about how safety is our #1 priority for these students. Against natural disasters and other threats, yes, the administration does. But the ugly truth is, these schools are not safe for these students. Now, instead of getting sad and mopey, think about what schools would look like if they were safe. What would we change? What would stay the same? And how would we get there? Here's a hint. It starts with us. We have to be responsible for ourselves. Stop tolerating hate speech. Many students over many schools in America think that it's okay to use slurs or terminology directly linked to the LGBTQ+ community as insults or jokes, such as, "Dude, that's so gay," instead of saying "that's stupid," or "Dude, what are you? A faggot?" It's not cool, and it hurts a lot. How would you react if your child said this to another student? How would you react if a student said this to your child? The main way to help is to call out the kids who do it. Stop being a bystander. You're just as bad as the bully if you are. Remember, freedom of speech does not protect hate or discrimination. These students are at greater risks of homelessness and suicide. 25% can be kicked out of their homes if they come out to their parents. 40% of homeless youth in America identify as LGBTQ+. LGBT kids are 2 to 3 times more likely to commit suicide than their straight peers. And trans kids, 25 times more likely. 90% of these students get harassed, 65% don't report it, but of those who do, 31% say the administration had done nothing to stop it and nothing to help. It doesn't feel good, does it? Knowing that these students are suffering under our teachers' watch, under your watch. But we can change that. Please remember, you don't have to agree and you don't have to feel comfortable to support these students' ideals. Just respect them. Change starts with you. And you are the people who can help these students' lives for the better. Thank you.